Warwickshire made it 2 wins from 2 games at the start of the Royal London One Day Cup as they thrashed Sussex by 118 runs at Edgbaston thanks to a 7th one-day 100 from Varun Chopra and figures of 4 for 24 from Jitan Patel, which ensured that the Sharks lost for the second time from 2. Chopra won the toss and batted, and he and Will Porterfield got their side off to an excellent start on a good batting surface in Birmingham. They beat Middlesex on Sunday while Sussex lost to Nottinghamshire. These 2 batsmen took 37 runs off a fairly incident-free power play in which there were 17 consecutive dot balls at one stage before the 2 increased the rate to take the total to 92 without loss from the first 20 overs. Sides are already learning that keeping wickets in hand through the first half of the overs is important in this tournament. Both men made it to a 50 by the halfway stage of the innings. Porterfield's was made off 70 deliveries and was reached with this single off Ashar Zaidi. The Irishman, who has a lot of experience of batting in this format with his country, had thus far struck 6 fours. Chopra was raising his bat for the first time after striking the same bowler over the rope for the day's first maximum. The Warwickshire skipper had required 66 balls for his half-century, in spite of hitting only 2 fours. Halfway through the 50 overs, his side had 122 runs on the board. The opening partnership eventually realised 160 runs in 31.5 overs, with Porterfield moving on to 83. The left-hander then tried to clear the rope off Will Beer, but found Matt Machin in the deep to end his 100-ball innings. Jonathan Trott made 15. He chased a very wide ball from Lewis Hatchett and edged behind at 190 for 2 in over number 39. With 10 overs remaining, Warwickshire had moved on to 191 for 2 and were now looking for a strong finish. With Chopra still there and looking very good indeed, there was still a chance of setting Sussex a very difficult target to chase down later. By his own very high standards, Chopra has had a disappointing season with the bat, although he is going well in the shorter forms. As he clipped this delivery from Stephen Pilot behind square, he picked up the 2 runs he wanted to complete his 100, which had been made off 127 balls with only 4 fours and 1 6. He'd done an awful lot of running. In the next over, the 44th, Laurie Evans failed to clear short fine leg off Yasser Arafat and was out for 7. A wicket which brought in Ricky Clark, who wasted no time in putting bat to ball. This massive shot off Pilot landed in the first tier of the pavilion stand. Chopra's innings was ended on 111 when he was bowled by Yasser Arafat after he'd batted through 47 overs of the innings. Clark was out in the last over for a 22-ball 31 as he toe-ended a shot back to the bowler, Yasser Arafat, whose 10 overs cost 36 runs for 3 wickets as the home side ended on 273 for 5. Sussex made an impressive start to their reply through Ed Joyce and Luke Wells, who opened up with a stand of 71 in the first 15 overs. The visitors were again missing Luke Wright through injury, but on this occasion it looked as if he wouldn't be missed too much as these 2 left-handers started to make inroads into the target. They took 48 runs off the power play and seemed to be setting up their chase rather well as they both found the boundary at regular intervals. The game began to turn the home side's way when the returning Boyd Rankin bowled Wells off the inside edge for 22. A second wicket in 3 balls from the tall Irishman then had his side on top, Joyce falling for 47, driving to Chopra. Craig Kachopa had made 5 when he belted Josh Poisden to Clark at mid-off. The trialist leggy had represented Sussex's second 11. The visiting spinners had conceded 121 runs in 22 overs, but the home ones had much more success. Patel grabbed the first of his 4 wickets by having Machin stumped for a duck. 88 for 4 became 89 for 5 3 balls later as the Kiwi trapped Chris Nash in front. 5 wickets had fallen for 18 runs in 32 balls, and after a brief recovery, Ashar nicked Atiq Javid behind. Ben Brown then turned this ball from Patel to Porterfield after making a dozen. And it was 4 for the bowler after Tim Ambrose secured his second stumping to see the back of Yasser Arafat for 23, the second best score of the innings. Ambrose had a good time behind the stumps. He clung on to this edge to remove Beer, and it was all over in the 40th over as Sussex were all out for 155, Pilot the last man to fall as he was trapped in front by Oliver Hannon-Dolby. With Patel taking 4 for 24 from 8 overs, the visitors had lost all of their wickets for 84 runs to lose by 118 runs as Warwickshire moved to the top of Group B after 2 games. They are still battling on 3 fronts, having chances still of winning all 3 domestic competitions. They next head to Gosforth to meet Durham on Thursday, while Sussex also next play Durham at Hove next Tuesday in a day-nighter.